How's it going, guys? My name's Matt and this is the Clashes Union. We are a community with multiple clans which myself and all my management team run. And on our channel I'll be sharing with you some of the best strategies and tips on the game for all different Townhall levels performed by myself and my team within our different clans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, we'd really appreciate all the support. If any of you want to join our community, then you can apply through Discord using our link. Alright guys, let's get into it. Today we are looking at some replays from one of our legendary elders called Matilda in one of our clans called CWL. So first things first, with this kind of strategy, what you want to bear in mind is imagine a base that's got 4 different sections that you need to take out. Your Flinger is going to take out one section, your E-Drags and the Super Minion and the Super Goblins or whatnot, they're going to be taking out another section of the base along with your Grand Warden. And the other 2 sections of the base will be for your heroes. They will clear out the last 2 sections of the base. Just remember to use the Grand Warden's ability early on with your Electric Dragons, and remember for the Flinger, the section that you want it to take out, make sure that the Expos won't be targeted onto it like too early on, because the Expos will take out your Flinger. And other than that, guys, you can just watch these replays and you'll have an understanding of what I mean by the 4 sections. The Flinger takes one section, the E-Drags and the Grand Warden and obviously all the other troops take out another section of the base, and then lastly you will put the rest of your heroes down to take out the end of the base, which will be about 2 sections worth of the base. So first things first, you're going to find out where you're going to be placing that Flinger, obviously out of the way of those Expos. If you need to use your extra little troops to help funnel before you start placing those E-Drags down, then do so, but like every base is different. If you don't need to use all of the troops to start with before obviously placing your Electric Dragons down, then you can save them for help up on the cleanup once you place your heroes down, after you've placed obviously all your Electric Dragons down with your Grand Warden. Obviously it goes to Flinger first, then your next section will be with the Electric Dragons and obviously the rest of your troops, obviously along with your Grand Warden, and then lastly will be your heroes. Obviously every map is different, so all I can say is just know your spell placement. Knowing where and when you should use spells is probably the best advice I can give you. Obviously every base is different, so you're just going to have to analyse the base first, know where the major defences are, knowing where you'll be best to use rage spells in order to push those E-Drags forward, and obviously the freeze spells to obviously probably freeze the Eagle or freeze those single Infernos. Obviously even some air defences if you've got freeze left. You use them wisely, and remember to save a couple of spells or even one for when your heroes are deployed, because that Townhall, if you haven't already got the Townhall early on, that Townhall is going to play a big factor against your heroes. Now you can kind of see like how much we've actually taken out before we've even placed our king, our archer queen, our royal champion, and now you've got this like L-shaped funnel left, which is where you're going to place your heroes down on either end of the section that's left, and you're just going to let them play through, obviously using those spells as best as you can to protect yourself at the major defenses that are left, but in this case it is the Townhall, so using them effectively. Now we've secured the Townhall and it's just a case of that cleanup. I've got a few more replays coming up for you guys, so make sure you stay watching so you can have an understanding, because it is different on every base but the concept is still the same. Okay, so remember, first things first, we're going to be placing that Flinger down out of the way of the Expos, because the Expos will take out your Flinger. And then you can be placing your lower housing troops to help with that funnel process, or if you don't need to funnel that much on the base that you're facing, then you can use it on cleanup, or even just taking out a little bit of the section of the bases And then you can be thinking about where you're placing obviously your loons, your electric dragons, your Grand Warden, and then remembering to use your Grand Warden's ability early on, probably just before the first hit of the eagle, and then knowing where to place your spells, obviously to get the most coverage out of them in the most dangerous parts of the map is the best advice I can give you. Other than that, I'll just let you watch it through this time. And as you can see, we've taken out 2 sections of the base now, and it is slightly different to the last replay, but it's still the same concept. That's what I was trying to say. So now your heroes are going to be taking out the rest of that section, following through. And as you can see, Matilda left some super minions because she didn't need to use them early on, which you can then save them towards near the end to help with your heroes pushing through. And now it is just a case of your heroes, and obviously the Yetis that came out of Flame Flinger, they're going to play a big factor in this as well. They're going to help clean up that last little bit. You're going to be sending in obviously your king, your queen, and your world champion, and they're going to just dominate the rest of the base. Just make sure you are using your frees in the most effective parts of the map to help push them to go forward and clean the rest of the base up. It's a really good strategy. It's got a few different concepts to it, but I've really enjoyed making this video for you guys, and I'm sure Matilda has enjoyed getting the content for you guys. I've got one more replay coming up for you, so just make sure you stick around, because remember, every base is different, and it just gives you an idea of what to do on different bases, just to have that little bit of knowledge on it. And then remember guys, you will be placing your Flame Flinger down first, out of the range of the Expo, which will help get it the most defensive coverage that it possibly can. And then you're going to be placing either some of your low house and troops down, or even just a couple of troops down to help take out a section of the base, or even to obviously just help with that final process for your electric dragons, because then once that is done, you're going to be thinking of exactly where you want to place your electric dragons down, obviously along with your loons. With your Grand Warden, you're going to use the Grand Warden's ability early on. And just remember guys, just be a bit cautious with those spells. I'm sure it'll be a 3-star attack for you guys. Just remember to plan your attacks beforehand, obviously looking at where you're going to be doing what on the map, and making sure that the Flame Flinger is definitely out of the Expo's range, and I think you'll be alright. And once you can see that your troops have disappeared from the map, you would then be placing your heroes down, obviously making sure you place those free spells in the most effective parts of the map that are left. Obviously try not to leave the Townhall till last if you can, because that is a major defense and it could be critical towards the end. But I mean, what a way to finish the last replay, with the Townhall being taken out right at the end. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you like the content. I'm trying to upload at least once a week for you guys, but for now, just take it easy.